Norwegian stock is down 79% this year. Royal Caribbean stock is down 74% this year. And Carnival stock is down 72% this year. Hey everyone, Zach the Money Nutritionist here today, and I couldn't wait to get the information to you about what's going on in the cruise line industry. Please excuse the attire because I've been working in the yard. I'm stuck here at the house during the COVID-19 pandemic, so I wanted to get this information to you as quickly as possible. Many of you know the stimulus package has been signed, which is going to send $1,200 checks to people making under $75,000. Small businesses are going to get loans. There's going to be large businesses getting loans. The airlines are getting bailed out, and they're trying to pump a ton of money into the economy right now. But cruise lines may not qualify for the stimulus package money. If you've been watching the news, you've seen that a lot of Carnival ships in particular have had people on them that have died. A lot of people have caught coronavirus, and there's even a ship floating around near Panama right now that can't even dock. Many people have canceled their cruise vacations, and right now no one's really booking them. So just like airlines and many other travel industry related businesses are taking a huge hit, and if they're in the US, they need the bailout. Well, the problem with the cruise lines is the main three may not be eligible for bailout money. So to qualify for the money through the stimulus package for these large businesses, you have to have been created or organized in the United States. The second portion is that you also have to have major operations in the US and the majority of your employees in the United States. If that basic criteria is met, then you could qualify for the bailout money, or stimulus money, I should call it. The problem with Carnival in particular is that they're incorporated in Panama. Royal Caribbean cruise lines are actually incorporated in Liberia, and Norwegian cruise lines are actually incorporated in Bermuda. These businesses decide to incorporate in other countries because many other countries, especially the small islands like Bermuda, have 0% income tax when it comes to businesses. So those businesses incorporated there don't pay any federal income taxes. And if you're in other places, those income taxes are extremely low versus the 21% corporate income tax here in America. The other thing is they can pay lower wages. You don't have to pay the US minimum wage when you are incorporated in another country. So these businesses have been skirting federal income taxes and paying lower wages because they're incorporated somewhere else. Now, many of them are saying, hey, we want some of your tax money even though we're not paying you taxes. I want to talk about Carnival in particular because they have huge debt, and along with the other cruise lines, they don't have any foreseeable customers coming their way. It's interesting, as a financial planner, I would tell people, hey, you need about 3 months, 4 months of savings in the form of an emergency fund in case something happens, right? Well, it's interesting that businesses aren't taking that same advice. What Carnival is doing is they're going to tap into $3 billion in the form of credit in order to stay afloat. See the pun? They're also giving out $3 billion in corporate bonds at 12.5% interest rates, which means if you buy a Carnival corporate bond, you will make 12.5% interest on that money. But the question is, how risky are they now? Those bonds are supposed to mature in 3 years, so you have to ask yourself, will they be able to pay them back when they mature? If they don't pay the money back, then the investors get control of those humongous ships. So maybe you can build a storage unit somewhere close to you. What they've been saying is that maybe the cruise lines can get some of the stimulus package money if they decide to incorporate in the United States. But my thing is, there's no way they're going to do that. Here's why. Carnival brought in $3 billion of income last year alone. So 21% of that is about $600 million in federal income taxes that they've been avoiding. So there's no way they're going to incorporate in the United States and have to pay that in taxes. They're just not going to do that. But on the flip side, the cruise ship industry employs about 1.1 million people worldwide and 421,000 in the US. So that's a lot of jobs on the line if they don't have any type of funding that they can tap into to stay alive. So what you need to do is ask yourself, with the stock so low, is it a bargain? Do you think the cruise lines will bounce back? If so, it could be a good value deal. Carnival's the main one I would keep my eye on because they're in a lot of trouble right now and have a lot of debt and will have more debt in order to stay alive. So stay tuned to what's happening with the cruise line industry. Make sure if you hold those investments that you're keeping a close eye on them. If anyone has any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you thought the information was useful, give me a thumbs up because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to stay updated on the latest. But more importantly, to stay updated on YouTube, press the subscribe button below.